This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky Morning Start here on WKYT. Good morning to you. I'm Andrea Walker.
I'm Bill Bryant. It sure is good to have you here on Friday, October 7th. And all eyes are on Florida this morning. Hurricane Matthew is bearing down on the Sunshine State right now. We have the WKYT First Alert Defender radar up behind us this morning, and you can see the storm system right there off of Florida's east coast this morning.
The storm was downgraded to a Category 3 storm overnight. Hurricane Matthew leaves behind a path of devastation in the Caribbean. Haiti is one of the island's hardest hit. Reports say more than 300 people are reported dead in Haiti, and officials expect the toll to rise.
More than 2 million people in Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina have been ordered to evacuate the coast. We do want to get the latest on the situation going on in Florida right now. Let's take you live there.
Matthew
for the
is
update.
expected to come ashore or very close to it by later today, and the Florida coast is bracing for a long day of punishing wind, rain, and storm surge. Overnight, the outer bands of Hurricane Matthew began pummeling the Florida coast with unrelenting rain and roaring winds. The storm surge from the Category 3 storm sent boats in this harbor rocking side to side.
It's really quite a sight.
Storm shutters were ripped off the front of businesses in West Palm Beach. In Daytona Beach, police were left patrolling empty streets as most residents listened to evacuation warnings.
We can rebuild homes, we can rebuild businesses. I just think of my own family, we can't rebuild a life. This storm's a monster.
Some people living on the coast who couldn't get out of town sought safety in Red Cross shelters, this one inside a school cafeteria.
They were either at mobile homes or at vulnerable places. They're heeding the call from the authorities.
Conditions here in Orlando will intensify over the next few hours. Matthew is expected to slam Florida all day with hurricane-force winds and then turn towards Georgia. The state joined Florida in ordering mandatory evacuations, reversing a lane of traffic on this highway yesterday to accommodate the exodus. South Carolina did the same as this beach bar stayed open for one last party.
We're closed after tonight. We should be good after that.
Matthew is expected to move out to sea this weekend. The last Category 3 storm or higher to hit the U.S. was Wilma back in 2005. It killed 5 people. Back to you.
Marley Hall, thank you. The Category 3 hurricane is causing a travel nightmare, of course, for millions of people.
It's causing problems for some Kentuckians stuck in Florida as well. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is at our alert desk with details.
Yeah, it's been more than a decade since Florida has seen a storm as powerful as Hurricane Matthew, and the storm has taken a toll on travelers. More than 3,500 flights have been canceled across the country. Airports in Orlando, Miami, and other cities in Florida are, for the most part, closed. Here in our area, it's fall break, or will be fall break for many of you. And as you may be wondering what to do with your travel plans, one Central Kentucky family decided to go ahead and go down to Florida. David Sparks and his wife, who live in Somerset, have been camping at Disney World all week until they were forced to relocate.
Just going to take it as it comes. Everyone's been very kind. We've met a lot of nice people here, and we're just going to ride it out together.
For only the 4th time in history, Disney World is closed. Amtrak suspended service in the Southeast through at least Saturday. And speaking of closings, there's an actual term, the Waffle House Index. You know, a storm is expected to be dangerous when Waffle House closes, and that's the case down in Florida. Waffle House tweeting that its restaurants on I-95 are closed. Now, the Waffle House Index is an unofficial term FEMA uses to measure just how bad a situation is or could be. It's just another way to gauge the severity of a storm. Now, for those in Kentucky who did plan to travel and are changing your plans, most airlines are offering waivers so you can make any changes or get a refund without paying a fee. Bill, Andrea?
Okay, it's interesting, and it's interesting that the Waffle House is an indicator.
Well, I've never heard that term before.
Makes sense, though, right? Michelle, we appreciate the update there. We're continuing, of course, to track Hurricane Matthew very closely.
And right now, we're going to get a look at how Matthew will impact your Kentucky forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Yeah, we're seeing the eye wall of this storm, and everybody's talking about landfall, if it makes landfall. Well, the problem here is even if it doesn't make landfall, you're still talking about 100+ mile-per-hour winds. Still talking about very, very strong storm surge, and also looking at rainfall that will add up very quickly to double digits very easily. 95 corridor, they just talked about that. And you can see how far away this is. It's 50 miles offshore. So there is that possibility of making landfall, but like I said, either way, it looks like we're going to have some devastating news once actually the sun does rise, and we'll see all the places there along the coast. Moorhead at 59 degrees, London coming in at 52. It's a bit of a cool start. Same old story, though, toward the afternoon at 81 degrees. Focus of the forecast is we're holding on to that weekend cold front that'll bring us big-time chill in the air. Not only that, but obviously focusing in on Matthew. We'll have the updates coming up.
All right, thank you, Micah. Some Central Kentucky families are still in Florida this morning on vacation. They will end their vacations after waiting for the storm to pass by. One family visiting Cocoa Beach is telling us they had to move further inland as part of a mandatory evacuation. Another family is waiting it out in Disney World.
There's no gas here. There's limited water. There's no plywood. There's no batteries. Everything in Titusville is completely shut down.
Everybody's trying to stay calm because we're still so far inland. They said that they're bringing some cast members and stuff to the hotels to keep the kids entertained.
Well, that'll be fun, I guess. Wright tells us that she has her 2 young children with her in Orlando. The Minor family is hunkering down about 40 miles east, again in Titusville this morning.
Some people in Kentucky are already lending a helping hand to help those impacted by Hurricane Matthew. The Bluegrass chapter of the American Red Cross says 11 workers from Kentucky have been sent to Florida or the Carolinas. They're helping with shelters and other relief efforts. They also took 3 emergency response vehicles with them.
Emergency response vehicle is a vehicle that we can load in with supplies and food so that we can do mass feeding, mass care. We can deliver cleanup kits and comfort kits to those who need it.
The Lexington Fire Department is making 3 firefighters available to head either to Florida or South Carolina for storm relief.
Kentucky Emergency Management is also sending help to the southeast. Management leaders say they have received requests from South Carolina and Florida asking for volunteer coordinators, public information officers, water rescue teams, and incident management teams. Those workers will be helping emergency management crews in the hard-hit areas. Now, you can track the forecast and follow Hurricane Matthew's path anytime. Right now, just use your WKYT Weather Plus traffic app. Download that for free in the app or Google Play stores.
In other news this morning, family and friends of a Lexington man who police say died in a hit and run will hold a memorial service for him today.
Jonathan Adams died earlier this week after being hit near the intersection of North Broadway and New Circle Road. WKYT's Lauren Miner is at our live desk now with the details on that. Lauren?
Well, family members of Jonathan Adams say they forgive the driver that hit him, but they need answers. Police say they found Adams lying on North Broadway Tuesday morning. He was then taken to UK Hospital with life-threatening injuries and died a short time later. Police tell us they are still looking for the car that hit Adams. They are looking for a red Chevrolet Impala, possibly with an Anderson County license plate. Officers were not able to get a plate number, but they say the car may have damage to the windshield and the passenger side mirror. Family members tell us they just cannot grasp how a driver could leave their Jonathan for dead.
I mean, a knock on the door and your little brother's dead, I mean, it just doesn't, I mean, there was no if, there was no why, there was no anything. We don't know what happened. We don't know why it happened, you know, and your whole world just...
Adams' visitation is today at 4 p.m. at Millward Funeral Home on North Broadway. A memorial service will begin at 5 p.m. Back to you.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, horse racing is going to return to the Bluegrass today. Keeneland's annual fall meet will start around midday.
And this is a big year for Keeneland. The track is celebrating 80 years of racing. WKYT's Mike Meyer is live at Keeneland this morning, getting us ready for the fall meets. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, Andrea. It's like Christmas morning out here at Keeneland. Is in just a few hours the fall meet gets started, and expectations and excitement is going to take off here in just a few hours for the fall meet. Now, Keeneland, as you mentioned, is celebrating 80 years this year, and that is very exciting itself. The festivities start at 11 this morning. That's when the gates open, and post time for the first race is just a few hours after that at 1:05. This weekend, known as Fall Stars Weekend, features 9 graded stakes worth $3.7 million. over 3 days. 7 of those stakes are part of the Breeders' Cup Challenge. Now, many of racing's most celebrated horses will be on hand for the 17-day meet as they make their final starts before next month's Breeders' Cup World Championships in Santa Anita. Now, the UK football Keeneland shuttle will return on Saturday. Lextran will be offering shuttles from Commonwealth Stadium to here for $1 each way. So that is a great way to get out here to Keeneland, and a cheap way. Live at the track, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you very much. Just hours away now.
I know, and the price is definitely right for that commuter train.
You got it right. Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah. WKYT this morning, just getting started. We're live from Lexington on your Friday, and it's so good to have you with us at 5:10.
Still to come, a St. Louis woman can check another item off her bucket list. We'll find out what she did coming up right after the break.
Looking at Matthew, seeing if it's going to make landfall here in the next few hours. Not only that, but does it have any effects on our weekend forecast now with the new updates? I'll have that coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We're in the 50s outside early this morning. Not only that, but I want to show you one spot, Monticello in Wayne County, 47 degrees. It's a bit chilly down south. Danville will finish off in the upper 40s too, as we're right around 50 as you walk out the door. So it's going to be a cool start this morning. We're at 81 by the afternoon. It's pretty much where we were yesterday. Yesterday actually 85 here in Lexington, but many of us were there in the lower 80s too, with mostly sunny skies, just a few clouds here and there. Let's talk about Matthew, because later on this afternoon there's really not much to talk about. High school football looks good, but look down south. So we're seeing the eye wall, which is actually that center portion of that storm. The strongest part of the storm is right here. Obviously, the coastline is just about 50 miles toward the west. This is heading due north and northwest. So if it does make landfall, you're talking roughly the Daytona Beach area, maybe a little bit north, maybe a little bit south, we'll see. But for the most part, it doesn't matter if it makes landfall or not. It is already causing some major damage across the Florida coastline. By Friday afternoon, 2 p.m., roughly 115 miles per hour, there's the look. This track keeps it offshore. That would be great. The farther offshore, the better, obviously, with those winds. However, along the coastline, and the reason why basically that South Carolina has asked everybody to evacuate, especially there on the coastline, is because they're looking at close to 15 to 20 inches of rain. That is not good. That's absolutely flash flooding. It'll be devastating for those areas, Myrtle Beach, down to Charleston, all the way towards Savannah. But add in some winds anywhere from about 60 to about 90 miles per hour in that area in South Carolina, and it just does not look good for that area. All businesses will be closed. You can't get in the water. Those beaches will be closed. It's just not a good time to travel over there if you're thinking about doing that. Maybe fall breaks next week. You're wanting to do that now. Wait later on, say Sunday off into Monday. That's your best bet. Look at that loop around back toward the Bahamas. Now, when it loops around, let me tell you this, it loses big-time strength. It'll only be a tropical storm at best in that area. So there's some good news out of this, I guess. There's your front still heading our direction. The way this has effect on our front is it actually launches over some drier air. And so that's going to help us out there for the weekend. Mainly dry conditions. Can't rule out a stray shower or thunderstorm there on Saturday, but that's mainly for far eastern Kentucky. That means if you're heading out to the Jenny Wiley Festival there in Prestonsburg, that's today and tomorrow. Today, I would say a 10% chance of rain there. Tomorrow, more like 20 to 30% chance of rain. So that's for the eastern zones. But Keeneland forecast looks great. High school football, I don't see any problems. But Keeneland, let me remind you, today is going to be a totally different attire than this weekend. This weekend will be much, much cooler, about 15 degrees cooler.
Speaking of attire, look at that tie,
I know.
buddy.
I had to wear my Keeneland tie, right? Little horses
so
right there.
You can't
there
tell
you
they're
go.
horses on there, yeah.
That's right.
Looks good. All right, thank you. Spoken from the birthday girl, by the way.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Yay, Keeneland opens for me.
Yeah, you got it. Exactly. Every year, right? 5:16 on WKYT this morning. For many people lately, riding the back of a police car is terrifying, but for a 102-year-old St. Louis woman, it has always been her dream.
Yeah, she lives life dangerously, doesn't she? Edie Sims can now check riding in a cop car off her bucket list. She says she never thought she'd get the chance to take that ride. Sims went to the whole 9 yards, including wearing handcuffs. She also passed out free pairs of socks and scarves at her senior center. Sims says it was just all around a great day.
Well,
How funny. I've just always dreamed of being
she
arrested.
want to be a jail girl.
I love it. A jailbird.
Okay, very interesting. All right, the time this morning is 5:17 on WKYT on your Friday as that weekend is coming our way.
And when we come back, we'll take a look at your money.
Good morning, 5:20 is the time on your Friday on WKYT. One controversial blood testing company is set to lay off more than 300 employees.
And it's already time to start thinking about Christmas, believe it or not, especially if you're flying home. Kenneth Craig has the latest on your money.
Mortgage rates stayed flat this week, keeping at their lowest levels since mid-July. The 30-year fixed rate was unchanged at 3.42%. The 15-year fixed rate mortgage hovered at 2.72%. On Wall Street Thursday, the Dow slipped 12 points. The Nasdaq dropped 9. More than 300 employees are set to lose their jobs as the controversial blood testing company Theranos shuts down its clinical labs and wellness centers. It was known for its low-cost tests that use just a few drops of blood. The fallout comes after a federal probe and allegations the company's tests were unreliable. If you're planning to fly for Christmas, this week may be the best time to buy that ticket. That's according to the airline prediction app Hopper that found the cheapest flights for Christmas travel can be found 80 days before departure. That's right now. They also found prices this week are about 12% lower than last year's prices. That's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. In New York, I'm Kenneth Craig.
We're there in the 50s and 60s outside early this morning, looking pretty good across Frankfort. As you're looking at 421 and Main Street, all looks well. Going to Lexington, I don't see any problems. We're there in the upper 50s. Cool start to the morning, there's no doubt about it. It's a little bit cooler than the past few mornings. You head towards your afternoon, we're at 81 degrees, and it's the same old story as the past couple of days. I just don't see a change. So today is actually a really nice day. Toward the weekend, it drops about 15 degrees from what you're seeing there on the screen for a high today. So we're talking 60s there for the weekend. We'll go over that coming up. Let's check out sports, see what's going on.
Mark Stoops saying his team had good practices this week, getting ready for Vanderbilt Saturday afternoon. The Cats have had some injuries, but nothing really serious. Tackle Cole Mosier and receiver Dorian Baker will be back this weekend finally. And Stoops says physically his team is in good shape, hitting the midway point of the season.
We're excited. I think the guys are really in a good spot for the sixth of a six-game stretch. I think we're in a pretty good spot, really. We're relatively healthy, as healthy as you can be, but I think the guys have good focus and energy, and we're excited to get in front of our home fans and play here Saturday.
Vandy in Kentucky, 4 o'clock kick on the SEC Network tomorrow. A pair of key district matchups last night. We begin with Tates Creek and Madison Central, and the Indians get it and go on their first drive from the 31. Zach Harden over the middle to a wide open Keenan Miller. Touchdown, Tribe, 7-0. The next possession, more of the same. Harden again to the air, and he lofts it for Christian Everly. Makes the nice grab, 13-0 Central. And one more for good measure. Watch this play. Harden looking for Miller, who makes the tough catch, and then it's a tug-of-war at the 5. Miller gets the catch, wins the ball, the tug-of-war, and the touchdown. Madison Central rolls 50-14. Back in Lexington, it was Bryan Station and Dunbar, and the Dogs come out firing early. Gavin Bugg out in the flat to Isaiah Yeast. He lowers his head, picks up a nice gain of 22, but Dunbar could not cash in after a scoreless first quarter. Station strikes first, Jalen Burbage. The short toss to Chris Jones, and watch him turn on the afterburners. He has gone to the house, 71 yards, 7-0 Defenders. The Defenders add more. Burbage, a little bubble screen to Kendrick Curry. This one covers 33 yards for the touchdown, as it was all Bryan Station. They win big, 54-20. And more highlights with high school football. We'll see you then.